Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome to Melissa Crochets with Love. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you being here. Hopefully, if you enjoy this video, you don't mind hitting the like button. And maybe if you're not a part of my family, it will entice you to join my family here on YouTube. So I'm like sweating already. So this, as you can see by the thumbnail and the title below, this is part two, number two, I should say, of my pooling series. Well, as I said in the first one, I was pooling, but didn't even know it. So my intent was to pick different brands of yarn, like variegated stripes, different types of yarn, and show what it looks like knitted versus crochet, right? Because we know it comes up differently. Different crochet stitches. So the half double versus the double crochet versus the moss stitch, like how does it work up? Is there a pattern to it? Is it just random? And I am learning so much in this process about different yarns, how they work up. And I hope my intent, like my whole intention with this is to, before, maybe if you haven't used a yarn and you've seen it on the shelf at this Ollie's, or your local Michael's or Joann's or whatever yarn store that you see, and you haven't gotten it because maybe the color, or just maybe you don't know how it'll work up, maybe seeing it in different, in the round, whatever it may be, like, wait, I liked that, I enjoyed that, maybe I can, go purchase it and, maybe just inspire you some. So I'm going to share my screen. Let me see real quick. Okay. Take a sip of my coffee. Okay. Excuse me. So the yarn I'm using, and actually I should have showed you I'll show you again once I stop sharing my screen, but it is the Loops and Thread Impeccable. Loops and Thread Impeccable. It is, and these skeins I purchased from Ollie's, my local Ollie's, for $1.99. Okay, 187 yards, 3.5 ounces, 171 meters, and 100 grams. It's a size 4, medium. Calls for a 5mm crochet hook and knitting needles, and the color is called Rose Fog Variegated, Varg. So look at those colors. And so with this one, I'm like, I didn't do it in the round last time. So let me start off with, and then my first series the first part of the series I used the red heart pooling. And I didn't even realize it was pooling, to be honest, pooling yarn. But I had did the moss stitch and loved the pattern. And I was like, I wonder what it would look like crocheted up in the bigger swatch in the moss stitch. And somebody in the comments said they would love to see it, as well. So here's the same size I did with in the first series. This is the moss stitch. Look at that. I love the pattern. Just love it. This is a bigger, it's like double the size. It is actually double the size, I started the foundation row with double. And look at the pattern. Look at that. It just kind of like, I love it. You got the pink on the outside. It like intertwines like this with the pink. And then even bigger. I think no matter how big it is, it's still going to have that same type of interweaving back and forth. The skinnier, it's more like a zigzag, but the wider, I think it's just going to be. So I thought that was really interesting. Okay, so this is the larger moss. This is the moss stitch. This is a moss stitch as well, just a smaller swatch. So that's, to me, I love that. I love it, love it, love it. And this does not say pooling on it. It's just a variegated yarn. So it's really interesting to know that sometimes your variegated yarns pool as well. And we don't even know it. So over here, I did just a knit stitch in this top one right here. This is just knit stitch. And it worked out to where all the dark gray and the brown, tan, khaki, whatever color you want to call it, is right here in the middle, right? On the outside is the pink and white. Now the knit and the purl stitch started off, so there's diamonds all over. So in the bottom corner right here it's like the top corner of a diamond, or whatever you want to call it. Then you have right here the brown, it's like a diamond, right? Then you have the white diamond. And then on each side of the white diamond, you can see the starting of a brown diamond. So these look totally different. So that's interesting to me. Like, I'm learning, when I tell you I'm learning a lot through doing these different series and trying these different yarns, I really am learning a lot. So yeah, so this is just knit and this is the knit and purl, okay? Over here, this is a half double crochet swatch. And I used a size 5 millimeter crochet hook for all of them except for this bottom corner. This was a size 6. I just wanted to see what the difference would be. So this is all half double crochets. And you see how the pink is in the middle. And it's almost like here's the pink in the middle. The brown is on the outer rim of the pink, then the white, then the gray. So it just kind of separates almost like it goes around each other. This one is, actually I have them in front of me. Sorry, let me just pull them out to make sure I'm seeing these correctly. Okay. Yeah, this is the half double crochet. Yep. And so this next one, okay, so this one, what I did was this one, I did, these are single crochets. So it's like the X in the middle with the diamond on the outside. So, and look how different it looks. So it really depends on, and I did the same chain for each one. The same, I count, you know, I think it was 24. Don't quote me, but I did the same chain for each one in this, on this side over here for these 3. And look how different. Okay. So this is the same size 5 boy ergonomic crochet hook is what I used for these. And like I said, this is half double crochet and this is single crochet. So, and I'm lying, that's a double crochet. I apologize. So forgive me for that. I don't edit. It is what it is. I'm human. We make mistakes. This is half double crochet. This is double crochet. Okay, there we go. But look how different it looks. Then over here, I have one that's in the round. I was like, you know, I didn't do that in the first series. So let me do one in the round. So that's just kind of blotches, right? Just different blotches all over. Still pretty, just different, you know, just shows you a different way that it will come out. And last but not least is, so with this last one, I used a size 6 hook and it's double crochet. So I just thought it was really interesting to see how different each one of these came out. Like really, especially over here, like these are all completely, they all look completely different. Like this one just has lines of gray, lines of white, lines of tan. This one, it's like all the pinks in the middle. Then you have the cream on one side, cream on the other. Then you have the white and the white and the gray and the gray. So hopefully this has helped you. Let me stop sharing my screen. Okay, so hopefully this has helped you. And then I'm going to hold them up really quick. This is the Impeccable again, $1.99 at my local Ollie's. And yeah, like again, it is called Rose Fog Variegated. If you are interested, you could check that out there. I did just go buy a few of these, a few more of these for an upcoming giveaway. So keep your eye out for that. But here's the, I'll show you the swatches in person, like in the camera. So here's the round. Okay. This is the size 6 crochet hook, double crochet. This is the, oh, I have to look. Why did I do it like that? Okay. Yeah. Anyways, okay. This is the knit stitch. So it's weird how all the browns end up in the middle, right? And all the creams and pinks are on the outside. And it's like every other row. And I love that. It folds up on the sides, but if you can see those diamonds, like that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I was really, I don't know, I thought it would come up similar like the knit, but no, it definitely has a pattern to it. There you go. You can probably see it better like that. That's pretty cool. And I love the moss stitch. My favorite is the moss stitch, I gotta admit, with this as well. And this one is not a pooling yarn. This is not a pooling yarn, and look at that. So love it. So yeah, so this is part 2 of my series. I have about 4 or 5 others. I've already did the swatches, the knit and purl and the crochet in different stitches to kind of show you how they work up. So every week, I'm hoping every Thursday to have a new video for this series posted. So next Thursday should be a new video posted. But let me know what you think about this. Is it helping you in any way? Maybe it's, you know, hopefully you're learning something like I am. I'm just hoping that I can just show you how different yarns are worked up, because I know me, like I said before, when I go to purchase a yarn, I may think it's, oh, it's so pretty, but there's been many times when I go to use it, I end up frogging it, rolling my yarn back up and putting it back because I love the way that the yarn looks in a ball. But when I go to work up something that I had in mind for it, the yarn just doesn't match what I'm trying to make. So, and there's sometimes I don't buy a yarn, but when I see somebody else make something out of it, I'm like, wow, I pass by that all the time, was going to buy it, didn't, and I should have, because it works up really pretty. So that's just my intent, to kind of bring forth, you know, as much as I can, I guess. So with that being said, I really hope that you all enjoyed my part 2 of this series. Pooling, and I didn't know I was pooling, right? But yes, so until the next video, I'm going to record another one. I'll be wearing the same clothes. I'm going to do a different video, so, you know, it's easier that way. Okay, I'm going to stop rambling on. I hope you all have an amazing Thursday. The weekend's coming up. Catch me tomorrow night live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I always have giveaways and stuff like that, and we just have a blast. So I hope to see you in the next video. You all have an amazing, amazing day. Stay safe, stay crafty, and love on one another, right? Bye, everybody. Thank you for watching.